Sometimes you need to explore your surroundings to bust out of your funk. Now you may live near a mountain or a river or an ocean. Personally, I live in the suburbs bordering on the rural area. I'm surrounded by parks, by wooded areas, and a bunch of dead grass in the wintertime. But I can use that as inspiration. My first tip for finding your inspiration based on your surroundings is to write a positive and a negative description of where you're at. Right now, it's an open field. Looks kind of dead. Not a lot of animals running through, sun setting. Maybe it has kind of a dark, brooding vibe. Maybe you could use that as a metaphor. Or maybe you can use it as descriptive language. The sun slowly setting, the empty field, lack of colors, lack of life. Just write something like that down and put it over here. That's going to be your negative interpretation. Now you can also look at the scene with the positive view. You have flowers sprouting out of what appears to be dead grass. You have nice rich colors in the fall, and the sun is painting a beautiful image on this cool, crisp fall evening. Now put that in another column. Now that you have a positive and a negative view on your landscape, find out which one really speaks to you more. Are you writing a song? Are you trying to do photography, filmography? Are you trying to do fashion, cooking, anything like that? Find which one of these, the positive or negative view, that gives you an inspiration to write something. Maybe you look at the negative view and create something that's just gonna bust right through that. Or maybe you take the positive view and keep moving forward. Or maybe you do take the negative view and write a really dark story based around that. Whatever you do, you have now sparked your imagination by just looking at the landscape and seeing what it jogs. Now another thing you're gonna wanna do is flip your perspective. If you're looking east, turn west. If the sun is setting and you're looking straight at it, turn around and you'll be able to see all the land that's being illuminated by it, as opposed to seeing the sun coming right at you. Changing the direction that you look at your landscape, it's gonna open your mind up to brand new ways of breaking through the funk you're in, and the creativity will start flowing like a river. Here are some examples. So right now, I have the camera about chest high, pointed directly towards the trees as the sun is setting behind them. As you can see, the trees look black, there's a slight orange glow over the top of it, and the field looks desolate with little detail. But if I just twist the camera down, allowing the light to fall on top of the field, now the field is in full bloom. The field is in color. You can see greens and whites and grays that you couldn't see before with the shadows falling over the top of them. In a similar fashion, you see this path straight ahead. Looks desolate, not much color, not much detail, no life happening, no animals scurrying about, not even much wind happening. From the chest-high view, you get a pretty wide range with the trees in the background, the path leading forward, and the brush on the side. This is the normal view that we see, and maybe that to you looks like something that's dark, that's leery, that's looming over the horizon, something that you don't want to go down that path. But if I switch to ground level, now you can see detail in the dirt. And if I tilt the camera up, now it almost looks like the road is rising up to meet you, like it's full of possibilities. It's something that I want to go down, something I want to explore. Like there's something joyful behind it, and you get this beautiful blue in the background. Because instead of looking directly at the sunset, I'm just tilted slightly off to the north. So you can see, just by changing your perspective, whether you're looking high or looking low, whether you're zoomed in tight or you have a full wide landscape, just changing your perspective can change the way you write about something, and changing the way you write about a topic is going to help break you out of whatever kind of funk you're in. Now my third and final piece of advice for breaking you out of whatever funk you're in is to make sure that you not only see the forest for the trees, but you also see the trees. You need to be able to see the big picture, take a grasp of everything that's going on, the full landscape mode, but also zoom in tight, because you're walking by things you may miss. Focus in on a single brick, focus in on a single flower, focus in on anything that draws your attention, and write just about that. Write about the colors you see, the emotions you feel when you see those colors, anything like that that can jog your creativity. Something like this. So right now, the sun is set behind the tree line behind me, and we're starting to lose a lot of colors. You can see a little bit of yellow, a lot of white, and a little bit of brown forward. But if I zoom in, instead of seeing all the trees and the sky and the sticks poking up through the ground and anything else you might see, if I just zoom in, now I can see these nice yellow flowers. And I'm not distracted by all the noise going on around. And that's really what you should focus on. Not being distracted by all the noise that's going on around you. So I hope you learned something from this. Take inspiration from what's around you and put it into your creativity and make something awesome. I hope to see it out there. I hope every one of you goes out there and makes something amazing. Make sure to follow me at b_rowen on Instagram. Give a thumbs up, give a like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff. And I will see you in the next one. B-Row out. Blaine.